You're listening to the Democratic Voice of Burma. Hello and welcome to DVB English News. I'm Joe. In this week's briefing, Rohingya targeted in northern Rakhine State's Maungdaw Township. Myanmar commemorates the 36th anniversary of the 1988 Uprising for Democracy. Regime claims Thailand to help with its planned census and election. A book launch sharing women's stories. Plus, we hear from the author of a travelogue about the country's railway network. Human rights groups have reported that over 200 Rohingya internally displaced persons were targeted. An unknown number of them were killed during fighting between the Arakan army and the military in northern Rakhine State's Maungdaw Township. Maungdaw is located along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border. Bangladesh media reported that at least 31 Rohingya, including 15 children, died when their boats capsized in the Bay of Bengal on August 5th. Maungdaw residents told DVB that fighting has intensified this week as the AA seeks to gain control over the border town, as it did with Buthidown on May 18th. A video circulating online, and shared by human rights groups, shows dozens of dead Rohingya on the banks of the Naf River. This footage could not be independently verified by DVB. The Anti-Junta Alliance Yangon, an anti-military underground group opposed to the 2021 coup, staged a flash mob protest in Yangon on Tuesday. This was done to mark the 36th anniversary of the 88 Uprising for Democracy in Myanmar on August 8th.
The winning revolutions are not about firepower, it's about people power. So if you don't have people buy-in and people on your side, it's hard for the side that doesn't have people support to win.
That was Mimi Winberg, a professor at the Asia Pacific Center for Security Studies and a retired U.S. Army lieutenant colonel. There was a heightened military presence on the streets of Yangon on Thursday, where the 1988, 2007, and 2021 pro-democracy protests were brutally suppressed. A commemorative rally was held in Salingi Township of Sagaing region to mark this historic date in the Myanmar people's struggle for democracy. The military regime in Naypyidaw claimed on August 7th that Bangkok will assist with its upcoming planned census and election. This comes after Thailand's ambassador to Myanmar, Maungdaw Visitstump, met with regime officials. This included a meeting between the Thai ambassador and Goko, the head of the Union Election Commission, in Naypyidaw on Tuesday. Regime media reported that the UEC will be collaborating with the Election Commission of Thailand. The Thai ambassador also met with the regime's Minister of Labor, Immigration, and Population. Naypyidaw stated that Bangkok will help it conduct its upcoming nationwide census, which will take place from October 1st to the 15th. Next up, DVB English News reporter Salman Dane on one of the highlights from last weekend's conference on Myanmar studies.
A book launch was held at the 4th International Conference on Burma-Myanmar Studies. It's called Invisible Yet Invincible Women Who Tell Narratives of Myanmar's Women Warriors Fighting Against Dictators. Kim Mamaji wrote it with the help of a research team at Tanaka International Gender Tagadu. She presented the book on August 3rd at Chiang Mai University in northern Thailand.
I want to highlight the narrative and the story of women, their struggle, their strength, their sacrifice, and their success. Why they choose to be involved in the revolution, I want to record their life story, their narrative, so that it will complement history of Myanmar women.
The book includes 10 stories from Myanmar women. Some are known in the People's Defense Force, some are members of parliament who were ousted in the coup. Some are healthcare providers, teachers, and university lecturers.
They all inspire me. An incredible story that they tell me.
The Tanaka International Gender Tagadu is a research-based educational initiative. It aims to educate and inspire women.
That was DVB English News reporter Salman Dane in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Claire Hammond is a British journalist and the author of On the Shadow Tracks, a journey through occupied Myanmar. She spoke to DVB from her home in the UK about why she wove the stories of Myanmar people into her book about the country's railway network.
The generosity of people was extraordinary, and Myanmar is often voted one of the most generous nations in the world, and I very much felt that on the journey. It's structured as a travelogue to make the history accessible. And it was great to be able to include lots of those sort of small kindnesses that people showed me.
That was Claire Hammond, a British journalist and the author of On the Shadow Tracks, A Journey Through Occupied Myanmar. Find it online or in bookstores. And that's it for this week's briefing. I'm Joe. Stay tuned every Friday for the weekly briefing podcast. Listen to us on Spotify, YouTube Music, Audible, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. We are available wherever you get your podcasts. Find DVB English News on X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks for listening.